for anybody who has been listening or has been in tune with what I've been doing, I've been basically creating a community or some sort of my subscribers, a community on X. I've been doing my best to create a community to help improve themselves. And a way that I've been doing this has been YouTube videos, so my YouTube account. And what I've noticed was I don't want to be normal, which is why I try to create authentic, uncut videos in doing so. But then when I'm thinking back to the technicality of things, I realized that I learned by doing. And at a point, like a few days ago, I was looking into some Reddit forum. It was about how to make a YouTube guide, or how to grow as a YouTuber. And what they said was consistency isn't key. Consistency on YouTube doesn't matter. You must make polished items. And what I kind of disagreed with that idea, which is why I'm creating this video, is consistency is key and doing things is key, because you must learn from what you have done in the past to then make it better in the future. You can't assert or know what you can improve on unless you have done it thousands of times. That is the only reason why so many YouTubers or so much people have made it big, is because of their actions taken to start something. Because if you're trying your best to start off with something at the most polished version of it being what it is not going to create anything out of it. Because if you create one polished thing, you're going to find thousands of different things that you can improve on in that polished thing, surprisingly. But if you go consistently, you're going to grow yourself into that polished thing that is as close to perfect, I guess, even though perfection is unattainable, but it is going to be as close as what you want, because over time you teach yourself to make it like that. You teach yourself to grow in a way that can help you become that thing. So I don't believe with that. I don't believe in that. Because as you make YouTube videos and as you create things, obviously you're going to learn to add more things. You're going to learn to create value out of yourselves on whatever it may be. And that's why I believe consistency and just taking action in general is where the most value is. You can't just allow yourself to not start something because you need to polish it in the best or most perfect way that it is. You must create an audience that sees your authentic self. You must create an audience that can actually gain value from what you give. Because if you create one, I guess, perfect video, people are going to find value out of that. But I feel like if you create thousands of whatever it may be, you yourself is going to learn what is good about these specific videos, what performed the best, what did the worst, what people liked that you spoke about. It teaches you so much more having done something thousands of times than just having done it once. And I'm not saying don't perfect or don't make something as good as it can be, but I'm also saying sometimes just doing one good ass project isn't as good or doesn't provide you as much value as having made thousands of projects beforehand. Because those thousands of projects beforehand is what creates one good ass project. And that's all I really wanted to speak about. Sometimes just taking action and consistency may be what gives you the most out of it. And I do believe in the person that's saying people do gain attraction from something good as hell, like something that is well produced, well made, well written, well spoken. But the only way you're going to learn how to do those things is having had done something in the past and building up to that perfection. So all these YouTubers, all these people that you see didn't start off with having one good ass product. They didn't start off with that. Most of the time, they have had many business models or many YouTube videos to create who they are now. So how can you expect yourself to make something perfect when you haven't done it once or when you haven't done it before? You actually have to make yourself through the constant repetition that you tell yourself to do and the constant repetition that you force your body to do. Like, same thing, that it goes for working out too. If you've worked out thousands of days, you're going to have more information on how to do things than the person who wants to do everything perfect in one go. And it's just, you have to be willing to go through experience, and you have to be willing to be patient to go through these experiences to actually grow, because you grow through the experiences. So, okay, you can start with models that you believe are, like, you put work in, okay? And you put actual work in. And if they don't produce, or if the ones that do produce, look into why they didn't produce, and look into what the ones that did produce and what you did, and what changes them from the ones that didn't produce, if you understand what I'm saying. So you have to be willing to give yourself time to actually see what's good and what's bad. Don't just try to do one perfect product, because it takes time to do that. It takes so much time to do that. And sometimes I do believe that putting it out when it may not be its most perfect form is where you find a lot of value. Or what I'm trying to say is, constant repetition is essential for anything that you do, because only through constant repetition are you going to find your flaws, are you going to find what makes you worse, and you're going to find what you're doing wrong. So don't expect that you should be responsible for making something perfect, because perfection, or making something exceptional, takes years at a time. It takes months. It takes so much time to make something that is actually that perfected. So I just wanted to speak about that. So yeah, just make sure you keep on doing it and keep on being consistent.